Views and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect the views of the staff, management, or advertisers of Delaware 1059.
Good morning, everybody. Jim Weller here, and we are live. Actually live. We're made in America, and we're live right here at Weller's Red Barn on Route 16 in Ellendale. So if you are listening, you can come out and watch Made from Scratch Radio. Brooks Ritter is my executive producer today, and he got up early. Extra early. That's like extra mayonnaise, you know what I mean? Except less fattening. But anyway, he got up extra early today, and he got it here, and I see wires all over the place, fire extinguishers on the wall. We're on standby, and so on. And so we're ready to do a radio show. So good morning, everybody. It's been one heck of a week. I hope you've had a good week. And this is Weller Does Delmarva, and we are live right here at Weller's Red Barn. I got a guest going to be on in just a little bit, a very intelligent man, not overly tall, but very intelligent. So Darren Gingrich. So he's going to be talking to us a little bit. But I want to say good morning. And Weller's Red Barn is open. We're open today till 2. And then over in Bridgeville, Weller's Utility Trailers is open. It's open today till 1. But the Red Barn is going to be closing. And we were swamped yesterday. So if you came in yesterday and bought some stuff, thank you very much. We appreciate it. And what we're doing is anything inside the building is 20% off anything new and 30% off anything used. And we had somebody buy that old record player we had here yesterday, and he's a happy camper. The one that you crank. It was like, who in their right mind would buy a crank record player in this day and time? But it was an old antique, and he got it home and got it working, and he's just really, really, really happy. And I'm happy for him. So thank you very much, Chip, for buying that record player. So, and I'm glad it worked. I like it when people buy something and they get home and it actually works. Want to thank a couple of my sponsors, L&W Insurance. Been dealing with them for years. If you need auto insurance or home insurance or life insurance or commercial coverage or whatever you may need, give them a call. I like this. If you call during the day, you get a live human being actually answering the phone. I'm like, wow. And what I also like about it is if you ask for somebody, they actually will say, oh, they're not in today, or they're at lunch, or would you like somebody else, instead of just sending you off to a voicemail. So if you have any insurance questions, give them a call. Even if you have insurance and you want to kind of compare what they offer to somebody else, give them a call. 856-7828, 856-7828. On the web, it's lwinsurance.com. Another one of my good sponsors is First Class Heating and Air. People say, how could a guy be so happy with a heating and air company? I'm happy because they do a good job for me. They do electrical work also. They do a home performance test. We did one of them. If you want to see what one of them looks like, you can go to wellerdoesdelmarva.com, and we post our shows there, and you can see the one that we did at my house where they hooked this big fan up and had this infrared gun and showed me where heat losses were and all that. It was very interesting. First Class Heating and Air, heating, air conditioning, plumbing, electrical, home performance. They're serving Delmarva, not only just Delaware, but Maryland also, for over 40 years. 934-8900, 934-8900. Now, I'm going to introduce my next guest. He's very famous amongst his family and loved ones. Good morning, Darren.
Good morning, Jim.
How you doing?
We're having way too much fun this early on a Saturday.
Way too much fun. The fun meter is off the wall, off the charts. Is it even legal to have this much fun?
I don't even know if fun meters are legal.
Okay, that's true. They might be outlawed by now. Not allowed to smile at the motor vehicle. So you're not allowed to smile. I mean, you can't. When you get your picture taken, no smiling.
Neutral.
Get up to the counter, no smiling.
Put it in neutral.
No, put it in neutral. Put it in neutral. Keep it bland. So
I don't
anyway,
see much neutral here at Weller's.
No, I can't even handle a bland diet, to be honest with you. So. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
How you doing?
Great.
Good. And
feeling some bustle going on here at the big
it's
Red Barn.
Unbelievable, isn't it?
It's that feeling of the gold rush,
Yes,
back in the day.
it's coming.
There's a sparkle in the air.
Yeah, and we're running out of inventory. Okay, so you are with Select Financial.
I'm with Select Financial Group.
You are a large owner of it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
50-50.
50-50.
Drew Salmons and myself.
Yep, and both of you seem to be pretty intelligent young men.
I think we are.
Yeah, I just recently met with you and talked to you about some healthcare stuff, and I was rather taken and impressed with you. So thank you for that.
Well, we work hard to,
I can see that. In other words, I mean, you
help
worked
people
hard
out.
when I was
Yep.
there,
Mhm.
but I feel you work hard when we're not there to make sure you have good answers.
That's right.
So what do you want to talk about today?
There's just so many things we could talk about. Our world of change and, there's so many things on the news. One of the things I noticed as it relates to the market.
What is on the news?
Well, one day the market's up, and
You're talking about the stock market,
yeah,
right?
The Dow's up, and you'll hear,
Ooh.
it'll be a big story about how it's going to just get crushed when it's going up, and then when it's down, the story is about how it's going to stay down forever. Like every movement they're trying to give it the kiss
forever
of death.
story.
Exactly.
Right. It's like, okay.
And even one day it'll be up and the next day down, and they'll have opposite stories. It's just bizarre. So clearly there's an agenda.
Should you get your investing advice from the news? Or should you get it
You could do that, or you
Darren
could call
Gingrich.
424-7777 and get an insight that's
a reality
check.
Because I believe overall the stock market's not too bad.
I wish I would have brought it. I've got a chart that I printed out recently of the Dow going back to 1900.
Really? When did it start?
Well, I know it goes back to 1900.
Okay, so it's at least.
I mean, it looks something like.
Oh, here we go.
Like this.
That looks like a squiggly line.
It's a squiggly line.
Okay.
But my point is,
it's always
it puts
going
it in perspective.
up.
It's it goes up and down, but I like to explain the stock market, a couple steps forward and a step back. I mean, you've got that up and down movement. So long as the trending is going up, don't get all stuck on that it went down. Use it as a buying opportunity.
It can be kind of like being a salesman for a living, and you have a bad week, and you just say, "Oh, I'm just going to quit trying to make a living."
Exactly, because
you got to keep trying.
Right. It's like, okay, so I didn't sell anything one day, or I sold little one day. Well, what did you do last year? Well, I had a pretty good year last year.
Right. And what did you do yesterday to be prepared for tomorrow?
Exactly.
And you got to stick with it. So what we are talking about, folks, if you're not sure, is Darren does investments.
Yes.
Is that right?
Investments, financial planning.
Right.
You
even kind of help guide people towards their estate planning.
We do. That's a big part of what we do.
It's
an important part of what people should be doing.
Yeah, and they don't realize it.
Well, the people that realize it are usually people that were part of a family estate that wasn't done well, and they see the nightmare.
Yes.
And they come to me, and they don't really need to be educated because they just had a living nightmare.
They had a living education.
Exactly.
Right.
So,
and that's awful, isn't it?
It is awful because many times things weren't structured right. They might have been paying way too much taxes, or it might have taken the courts to get involved because a simple beneficiary change wasn't made.
Right.
Many
when
times,
know the answer's obvious, but it wasn't ever written down.
That's exactly right.
So it's not like you do a will, but you
Correct.
help guide people. You talk to them about how to lay out an estate. An estate could be just a single person. What are you going to do with your, what are your wishes? In other words, or it could be, a company or a person that owns a company or has a lot of assets or whatever.
Right.
Now,
everybody technically has an estate.
That's true. Everybody that's alive has
an estate. If you've got a
estate.
piggy bank, you have an estate.
That's right.
The technical
you got a car
term. That's
or
right.
anything.
Yep.
Furniture in an apartment. I mean, you could have a rented apartment, but if you have furniture, you have an estate.
That's right.
Wow.
So it's important.
See how sharp I am?
That's right.
I'm picking up on this. Yeah, I'm learning quick.
But it's important to sit down with someone that is sharp at looking at those documents and being able to identify trouble spots. While it's true I don't do a will, I'm pretty good at reviewing the will after having had a discussion with you and saying, well, wait a minute, you just told me you want this, but that's not what this
doesn't really
says.
reflect that.
Or, well, wait a minute, you've got an individual account over here, and do you know that's directed by your will and not the account?
Right.
Or you have a joint account. Well,
So
do you
it's
know
really-
that your will says this joint account goes to your kids, but if it's joint with right or survivor, then that means it's going to default to the other person.
That's right.
And even if your will says, well, this money goes to my son A or whatever, it's going to go to the joint person.
Right.
So I'm just saying there's a lot of things.
But it's almost like a second opinion.
That's exactly right.
In other words. And so I guess basically if a person is listening and they're saying, you know what, I don't have an investment one. Never done anything like this, really don't even know where to begin because you're talking about numerous things here. One, you could help guide somebody through the process if they wanted to start planning their estate, in other words. Also, I guess things come in like somebody might need life insurance or something like that to settle an estate.
Right.
Or be prepared to pay estate taxes. Somebody might say, well, you know what? I actually inherited an estate, and I used to make this much money with my money, and it's stuck over here,
Right.
and I'm being told I can't do anything with it. You might say that might not be 100% accurate. There may be options
Right.
that exist. So am I getting it about right?
That's exactly right. If you're frustrated like most people are about things like getting stuck in your return, because I think what you're
and you feel like there's no hope.
right. I mean, you have other options than to get 1% at a CD.
Okay.
Good options that you probably just don't know about,
Right.
Because you haven't picked up the phone. You know,
You've accepted it.
exactly.
Right.
Don't settle.
Or caved into it.
Don't settle.
Search.
Search,
Don't settle.
and you
Right.
don't even have to search that hard. You know, if the problem is people wish everything were like it used to be,
Right.
and it's a rut that's hard to get out of.
Because
Well,
you
I've
know
been
what used-
dealing in this bank for all my life, and
They've changed their name 3 times.
exactly, and now they're not paying me anything for the CD. Well,
Right. And
maybe,
the person I talk to doesn't even work there anymore.
Exactly.
I agree. But I believe what Select Financial offers that I personally have really grown to like is it's mainly the two of you that they'll get to talk to. Is
That's
that fair
correct.
to say?
We have a couple of administrative assistants that help
Okay.
us out.
That they might interface with them.
They generally answer the phones for us, and
Okay.
they're your
But they're
first-
also local people.
That's exactly right.
Right.
Ellendale and
Right.
Milton.
So
Yep.
my point is we're not going to get a lot of people that you're not going to understand what they say that you would never see in a
Right.
supermarket.
That's
If
right.
they deal with you, they're going to be dealing with a locally owned, locally operated company that has family in the community,
right.
that is in tune with the pulse of the community, and that understands how people think and live and do things in Kent and Sussex County.
That's right.
And so I feel like, I don't know the exact word to use for that, but real people.
Well, I mean,
Drew's
I
got a
feel
wife
like it's
and
a family
kids,
business.
and you got kids.
I mean, to
and-
me, family involves more than just blood. So to
Right.
me, they're all family.
Right.
And what's not obvious in that scenario where someone comes in and just meets good, warm local people, we have a national presence of support. So
Right.
we have back
Who you're
office
connected
support.
to. Right.
So we can bring that Wall Street to Main Street.
Right.
That's what we work hard to do.
In a Sussex County language.
Exactly. That's exactly right.
And that's what I
Yep.
like. In other words,
Yep.
I like talking to you, and
Yep.
I've learned a lot by hanging around you. And Drew is very analytical and intelligent, and between the two of you, you make an excellent team.
I think we do.
And well, phone number was 424
7777.
Okay, the 302-424-7777.
Yep.
What a number! I love that.
It's a great place to stop by, say hi, make you a cup
You're
of
right
coffee.
next door to what? Pizza
Pizza
Palace?
Palace.
Yeah, in Milford. So
We-
you're right
we-
on 113.
We like that Pizza Palace, don't we?
And
Jim?
Pizza Palace says we're right next door to Select Financial.
That's right.
Where do I pick up my pizza? Right next door to Select Financial. Okay, you got a website?
www.selectfinancial.us.
Okay.
Feel free to go in there and peruse around a little bit. There's some neat articles. There's some
Okay.
neat financial calculators.
Okay.
We've dressed it up and added some new features. It's easier
Okay.
to use than it used to be.
All right.
If you'd like to activate the Access Your Accounts link, just give me a call.
Okay. And the other thing is, what about an email address?
Darren, DARREN at selectfinancial.us
Okay.
or office at selectfinancial.us.
Folks, I need you to send Darren at selectfinancial.us an email saying he looked great on the radio today. Okay, just so he knows people are listening, all right?
You're going to make people
So-
lie this early in the morning?
Well, from what they can see through the radio, I didn't say you sounded good. I said you look good. All right. Well, folks, I have got to know Darren and Drew over the years, and good guys. So if you get a chance and you want to talk a little bit about investments, I don't get the impression that they're the kind of thing that people talk about on Monday and do on Tuesday. I think it's a thought process, but it all starts with a good old conversation.
That's right.
So give you a call.
Thanks, Jim.
All right, 424-7777. Thank you very much, Darren. Whoopie pies, folks. Oh, we got a disclaimer to play. Here it comes, everybody.
The opinions voiced in this program are for general information only and not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual. To determine which investments may be appropriate for you, consult with your attorney, accountant, financial advisor, or tax advisor prior to investing. Securities are offered in the U.S. through First Allied Securities Incorporated, a registered broker-dealer. Member FINRA, SIPC. Advisory services are offered through First Allied Advisory Services Incorporated, a registered investment advisor.
Whew, that was a mouthful. That was actually Brandon Ritter. Brandon, come over when you get a minute. This dude is busy. I said to him the other day, we're closing Weller's Red Barn, and he's been the guy that set it up. He runs it, and he is beyond excited about closing it. And I said, how many items are in here? 10,000? And he felt I was a little bit off on that. Am I off on that?
Just a little bit.
All right. And this is a BYOB event. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Bring your own bags. Bring your own boxes. And bring plenty of cash.
Yes. We
bring your own trailer, right?
Yeah. We're ready to get this stuff out of this building. So.
Now, yesterday we had a smoking day.
We did. We moved a
I
lot
saw
of
we sold
merchandise.
some of them folding Adirondack chairs.
Yep.
In other words, them things are way too cheap.
Oh, yeah.
They're like $300 a chair below the big box stores.
Yeah, and once you catch wind of the deals that are in here, man,
Yeah.
it's just, you need to get in here soon because
the one lady bought 6 of them.
She did.
Yeah, that's a good deal.
We had a lady buy all the little art sets we had, and she was
Really?
right up front and honest with us. She's taking them to resell them. I mean,
Wow.
these prices are hard to beat.
So it's 20% off anything that's new.
Yep.
And 30% off everything that's used.
That's correct.
And we're talking about everything that's inside the building.
Inside the building.
Okay.
Correct.
So
I'm
in
not
other
selling
words,
my truck.
your truck, or you're not selling the cement curb parking things out here, and we're not
Right.
pulling up the blacktop and so on. We have the building rented. We're not destroying the building. In other words.
Exactly.
So anyway, but folks, I've had people say to me, well, what are you going to do if it doesn't sell? Well, here's the reality. We're packing up as fast as we're selling. So if you want any of what's in here, you need to get in here and get it, because if not, we're going to box it up. And we're going to just have a big bonfire with all the boxes. I don't know what we're going to do after
fun.
that, but yeah, that'd be fun. A box bonfire.
There you go.
All right, well, come on in and see us. You going to be here till what time today?
I will be here till 2.
2 o'clock. All right, folks. Now I'm going to hit another sponsor, George Luff and Associates in Milford. I talk about him every week, and he is my accountant, of course. So if you need an accountant to help structure your business, or you're starting a new company, or you just want some tax advice, I highly recommend them. But they also do payroll. They got this little business called Easy Payroll, and they've been doing our payroll. And I'm like, man, I can remember at the first of every year we used to use Peachtree Accounting, and we had to get a new program, and we had to pay for it for the tax calculations and so on and so forth. And now we don't have to worry about nothing. All we got to do is tell George the deal, and he takes care of it. He can do pretty much whatever you want. So if you own a small business of 1 employee, or if you own a business of 5 or 10 or hundreds, he can handle you. He's got an office in Rehoboth, Milford, and Dover. Phone number 422, one number gets them all, 422-9699, 422-9699. Got to hit another thing. We had the Weller's Weight Loss Challenge. I lost some weight on that. And a lot of people that watch me on Facebook and so on say, I cannot believe that you would even lose a pound the way you eat here and eat there and like to eat out. I do like to eat out. To me, it's more a social event than it is just the eating thing, okay? So anyway, I like to talk, and when other people are eating, I get to do more talking. So anyway, but I have been taking a protein shake every day and a few other odds and ends and getting wrapped once a week, and I've been dealing with some people named Dave and Jeannie Morgan out of Milford. So if you have an interest in talking about getting wrapped or taking a protein shake once a day, they are like my coaches. In other words, you kind of tell them what your goals are, what you're after, where you're headed, how much effort you're going to put in it, or how much effort you're not going to put in it, and they can help you through it. And I'm going to throw this out there. I do it every once in a while. But before I do that, I want to tell you one more thing they have. It's called a Fat Fighter pill. And as crazy as it sounds, we did a demonstration. If you go to Weller's, does Delmarva, it's on there somewhere, right?
Yeah, mm-hmm.
It's these 2 pills. You take them within an hour of after eating a meal. And what they literally do is they turn the fat to a solid. And if you don't believe it, you go to Weller Does Delmarva, and one of them shows, it would be a show we did on Saturday. They were all on Saturday.
Yep.
But anyway.
But if you go on the website, you'll see there'll be an events log, and you can go on there, and it shows where if it was at Weller's Utility Trailers or Weller's Red Barn.
It was at Weller's Red Barn.
So you'll just want to check the ones that say at Weller's Red Barn, and it'll be one of those.
But you take 2 of the pills, and I crunched them up with a hammer, okay? I took a clear glass of water, and I poured vegetable oil on top of it. Was that right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I took them crunched up Fat Fighter pills, and I poured them in it.
Mm-hmm.
Or, let it go in there. And then as we sat here and did the show, that oil
started clumping up and becoming
to
solid.
clumps and went to the bottom, which means it's taking the fat that you eat and it's making it a solid, and it's moving right along down the trail. So anyway, folks, any questions about any of this, you can talk to me, or you can call Dave or Jeannie at 422-8315, 422-8315. And I'm going to throw this out there. She likes it when I do it, but it is only to the first 5 people, and she usually gets tons of phone calls. If you've never been wrapped and you'd like to be wrapped, most people see instant results from it. She will do the first 5 people that call this morning a free wrap for free. So give her a call, 422-8315. That's the longest 1-minute commercial I've ever done, 422-8315. So we are here at Weller's Red Barn. The guy that just talked is Brooks Ritter. That is Brandon Ritter's big brother. Is that how you're describing yourself now?
Sure.
Bigger brother.
I'm the bigger brother.
He's either big or bigger. Now, we have a new thing started. We're all exercising together now. Is that right?
Yes.
Tuesdays and Thursday mornings at 6 o'clock, folks. So you can look for some big results out of the Weller crew. Jason's doing it. I'm doing it. Brooks is doing it. Brandon's doing it. For those of you who know Doug Ritter, he's doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Denise is doing it. She's lost 50 pounds. So anyway, we're all trying. My biggest obstacle is I like to eat out too much. So I'm doing everything I can to still eat out too much and get in a healthier condition. So keep an eye on us, folks. We'll be better salespeople after we get this accomplished, because our brain will be sharper.
Absolutely. I can tell you what, I feel very good Tuesdays and Thursdays after.
Do you really?
Out. Yeah.
Well, you look like you're dying when you're doing it.
Some of the exercises are not very easy.
Yeah, and we are being led and molded and tortured by our good friend Roger Hunt. A lot of people know him as Doc.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He's a good guy. So anyway, you're listening to Weller Does Delmarva. We're live right here at Weller's Red Barn. Man, as I look through here, I forgot I had all these big glass display cases. So we've got counter display cases. We've got big, tall ones. They look like they're 6 or 7 foot tall, almost as tall as me. But anyway, and then here it looks like what I would call a dinosaur. But it's really not. It is a rear projector TV. This thing is huge, folks. It's the kind of thing, if somebody breaks in your house, they are probably not going to steal this. Okay, so I would almost call it theft-proof, almost. So anyway, it's called a projector, rear projecting TV, in other words. So how much is that thing? $10. 30% off. Folks, it's $10, and you get 30% off. So that makes that thing $7 American money, right? Holy mackerel, what a deal. So anyway, we'll be back in just a couple minutes, folks. You're listening to Weller Does Delmarva. Get in your car and come on down and hang out with us in person. We're here till 2 o'clock today. I'll be right back.
Hi, this is Jason Dean from JD Sign Company. Has your business, church, school, or fire company been considering a new electronic message sign? Have you received quotes on a new sign that doesn't fit your budget? JD Sign Company sells quality, affordable electronic message signs, and we have a solution to get you that new sign. With qualified financing of a 12 to 60-month term, we can get your project moving with no money down and payments of just $99 for the next 3 months. Contact us today to get your new electronic message sign. JD Sign Company, 302-786-2761, or DelawareSign.com. That's JD Sign Company, DelawareSign.com.
Thanks for listening to Delaware 105.9 on your radio. And for your convenience, streaming live online. Visit Delaware1059.com to hear local news and talk for Delmarva online, streaming 24/7. Sponsored in part by Dart First State. Let Dart do the driving. Save money, save gas, ride greener. Bus routes statewide between Rehoboth, Georgetown, Dover, and Wilmington. Delaware 105.9. Streaming live at Delaware1059.com.
Blistering assessment of the VA following a litany of complaints about care, mismanagement, and a history of retaliation against employees. CBS's Pam Coulter in Washington.
The White House official tasked with investigating problems at the VA concludes the hospital system is plagued by poor management, poor communication, and a culture that punishes employees who call attention to problems. Deputy Chief of Staff Rob Neighbors said The VA's corrosive culture has hurt morale and affected patient care. He concludes the Veterans Health Administration must be overhauled.
There's sharp criticism of that report. Dan Caldwell of Concerned Veterans for America.
Mr. Neighbors, his role there is frankly, I'm not really sure what it is. I think it's unnecessary. And frankly, I think it's just a way for President Obama to say he's doing something about this when he's really not.
The Inspector General is investigating as many as 77 VA facilities, more than previously reported. CBS News Update, I'm Gary Nunn.
Red Health Center is a patient-centered medical home where a dedicated team of healthcare professionals take responsibility for the comprehensive quality healthcare provided to patients and arrange for appropriate care with other qualified providers as needed. Highly accessible and affordable, Law Red Health Center offers pediatric and primary care, including childhood immunization and school and sports physicals, adult and senior services, behavioral health services, women's health services, and oral health care. Law Red Health Center accepts most insurance plans, including Medicare and Medicaid, works with people who currently do not have health insurance. Although Law Red Health Center is not a free clinic, income documentation may qualify uninsured patients for Law Red Health Center's sliding fee scale. Whether you have lived in Sussex County your whole life, recently moved here, or are just visiting the area, Law Red Health Center, with convenient locations in Georgetown and Seaford, can help meet your medical needs and become a network of quality care centered around you and your family. Call today to make an appointment at 302-855-1233. LawRedHealthCenter.org.
EKA Jewelers has been serving the community for 25 years, and they're happy to announce they're expanding. Look for them at their new location in the Milford Square Shopping Center next to Tractor Supply Company. At EKA Jewelers, they believe your jewelry purchase should be a memorable, enjoyable experience. EKA Jewelers can also handle your custom design and repair work. Stop by and visit them at their new location next to Tractor Supply Company in Milford, or visit them online at www.ekajewelers.com. Did you know that 80% of all email-related viruses come from someone you know? 5,000 new web pages are infected with malware every day. Laptop and Computer Solutions on Route 24 in Millsboro has both the experience and the knowledge to remove any virus or infection your computer may have. They carry AC adapters, wireless mics, and service and sell both PC and Mac. From speeding up your computer to purchasing a new computer, your solution is Laptop and Computer Solutions. Online at laptopandcomputersolutions.com.
The following program is a paid commercial presentation. The comments, views, and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect the views of the staff, management, or advertisers of Delaware 105.9.
Okay, man. People are in here looking around. We got traffic going by. This is going to be a busy day. Jim Weller here, and good morning. I am live at Weller's Red Barn. I'm going to be on the radio till 9. The store's going to be open till 2. And here's the deal. We have lost our lease on this building, and we are going to liquidate everything that's in it, and we got to get out of here. And if we don't get it sold, we're going to load it up and figure out what we're going to do with it another day. But here's the deal. It's 30% off everything that's used that's inside the building, and it's 20% off everything that's new that's inside the building. You say, well, give me some examples. Well, I don't 100% have examples, except I know we have spare tires and wheels for trailers, and at 20% off, it would be less than it would be at Bridgeville. So if you need a tire and wheel for a trailer, this would be a good place to get it. I know we have some generators, Champion generators, and I know, for example, if you needed one of them, I've got a 4,000-watt one that normally was $359, and now it's going to be $288. That's an incredibly good deal. So we have glass display cases. We have flags, just like the flags. What are they, $9.97? Mm-hmm. So you would get 20% off of that. That's like $8.
Yeah, that's cheap.
That's real cheap. $9.97 is cheap.
Yeah.
In other words, but it's $8. But we've got mattresses and beds and bunk beds, and I see I'll tell you something I'm going to give away for absolute free, just for the heck of it, to see if anybody's listening. I was in the back room, and I seen tons of them. I don't know whether they're good or bad. They're in the box. They might have something wrong with them. They might be absolutely perfect. The boxes could be full of gold coins for all I know. But it's like a 4.5-foot long or 4-foot tall, pre-lit, frosted white Christmas tree. And I'm going to give them away for free today.
Wow.
One per person, no purchase necessary. Now, if you get home and it works and it's wonderful, great. If you get home and there's something wrong with it, please don't call me and ask for a refund, okay? In other words, because I'm giving it away for nothing. But I had no idea. I got pallets upon pallets upon pallets of these things. So a free Christmas tree to anybody that wants to stop in and say, give me one of them things, okay? No purchase necessary. Don't call me and ask me to hold them. Don't call me and ask me to UPS them to you. Just come in the building. It's like a ploy, Brooks.
Sure, you're just trying to get people there.
Every time I say something for free, people call me and say, can you please just UPS it to me? Oh, my goodness.
Let
anyway,
me think about it.
Yeah, let me think about it, and I'll get back to you after I'm dead. So anyway, First Class Heating and Air, another good sponsor. You know, every week I have people that say, you know, you really like the people that sponsor your show. I really like them. I really like First Class Heating and Air. So if you need some air conditioning work, they are locally owned and operated. They provide 24/7 emergency service. All their employees are background checked and drug tested. They wear uniforms. I like that. Their vehicles are lettered, and they offer all kinds of things. But one thing that's really neat, if you get a maintenance agreement, like where they come out once a year or twice a year and service your heater or air conditioner, that qualifies you for a 15% discount on parts and labor. Not just on that, but then let's say you need a new hot water heater or you want some electrical work. That qualifies you for a discount on any other service they offer. First Class Heating and Air, 934-8900, 934-8900. They'll take good care of you on the web. It's firstclasshvac.com. You know who else I really like to promote is Rick Fowler. He is my copier guy. His business is called
Office Machines.
Office Machines. Brooks has got it. I'm looking through my notes. Anyway, I've been dealing with him for about 25 years and does a real good job. He's in Georgetown, 2 miles east of the Circle, right there on Route 9 by Sports at the Beats Complex. His phone number is 856-7381, 856-7381. Does a good job. He'll take good care of you, and he also even works on gaming systems. You probably already know that, Brooks.
I do know that.
Okay. Well, anyway, like if you have a Wii or a Game Boy or an Xbox 360 or something like that, he works on them. So give him a call, 856-7381. Real good guy, friendly, easy to deal with. And if you mention my name, he'll give you a 25% discount on any labor on something that you have repaired. Brooks, are you wanting to talk to me, or you want me to have Brandon talk? Now he's going silent.
Yeah, now I'm like, I can't even talk.
Right.
The
There we go
microphone's
again.
in front of me.
Okay.
I can talk.
Are you working today, or are you just here and then going home?
Oh, man, I am working today.
You didn't know that was an option, did you?
Yeah, I was like, oh, go home?
All right. So
I
you're
need to
working
make some money today.
All right. So you're here at the barn for the moment.
I'll be here till 9, then I'll clean up the radio show and head on over to the store. So I'll be there about 9:30, quarter to 10.
And you are going to be in sales today?
Absolutely.
All right. And
I need
so
to sell some trailers. I've had
been a little slow week.
Little bit of a light week.
Yeah.
We've had some
But
good
it's nothing to
traffic.
sell
It's just,
to go from having a light week to having a 10-trailer Saturday.
oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I've seen it. I've been with you for 8.5 years, and I've seen it many a times.
Yeah.
You could have a 1 or 2 trailer day all week, and then all of a sudden you'll sell 10 or 12 on Saturday, and
yep.
It's amazing.
It's amazing. So we're amazing people. So if you need a trailer, one thing we have started advertising and priding ourselves on is we admit and recognize there's other places to buy trailers. No problem at all. They're good people. They do a good job. We're not saying anything at all negative about them. In fact, we appreciate our competitors.
Sure.
Everybody needs a competitor.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? It's just a good thing. In other words, it's kind of like we couldn't handle all the business if we had all the business.
No,
so there's just a reality. In other words, and not every customer fits everybody, and not every trailer store fits everybody. But the thing that we do that nobody else does is we have multiple brands of trailers in stock. And people say, they're all built the same. What's the difference? It's just a matter of how much it is. And what we find is that's not true.
Absolutely not.
What matters is, what is the difference?
Sure.
That's the question of the day, is what is the difference between this man's trailer at 25, well, let's use a 6x12 enclosed, for example. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
We got him for what? $25.99?
Yep.
$2,599. Now, another guy down the road's got him for $25.95.
Sure.
Okay, and then somebody else has got one for $27.99.
Sure.
And somebody's got one for $32.99.
Sure.
So the question is, and we've got them probably for up to $5,000.
Absolutely.
So the question is, what's the difference? What would be different between one 6x12 enclosed and another?
Yeah, there's many differences.
Many differences. It could be one has Luan on the walls inside. or one has 3/8 plywood.
Sure.
Or one could have press board.
Exactly. One might be 24-inch on center wall post versus 16-inch on center wall post.
Right.
And
Makes
if you're
a
going
big
to hang
difference.
anything on the walls, that's a major thing.
But another thing, if you're going to put much weight on the floor and your roof bows are further, if your wall posts are further apart, the trailer will start to buckle inward. And people never think about that.
Yeah.
They come in and they're like, my screws are snapping off in the aluminum on the outside of my trailer. What's causing that?
It's the weight on the inside of the trailer.
Yeah, you've overloaded the trailer, and it wasn't built strong enough for your need. But what do people use as a guiding line when they buy something? Price, Brooks. Price.
You
People,
stumped me there
man,
for a
get
second.
somebody else over here with me. Anyway, what I'm saying is people always buy on price.
Sure.
And they never or very seldom buy on value. And why is that? And it's because very few places now are even educated on what they sell. So you've got myself, I'm 56. I've been in the trailer business, 25, 30 years, something like that. I've been in business since I was 16.
Sure.
So you've got that. You've got Brooks, been with me for years. You got Brandon, been with me for years. You got Jason, been with me for years. And these guys know trailers. Are they experts? Are they perfect? Are they flawless? No. They think they are, but they're not. Okay? But what we're saying is we know our product.
Yes.
And 7 out of 10 people that buy a trailer are first-time trailer buyers. So they go to one of the big box stores where there's nobody that knows anything, so all they do is get a price. Then they go to these little mom and pop trailer stores that got like one person and they don't know a whole lot. They just know the price. And then they come to Weller's and they're overwhelmed. They're like, holy mackerel, I didn't know that if it's 6 foot tall inside that it's only 5'6" at the doors. Well, that's important. The question isn't how tall is it inside. You want to know how tall is it at the door because you got to get it through the door to get it inside.
And I've had many of people actually come in that have bought something like that.
Yes.
Thinking that, and then they go to pull their golf cart into it.
And it won't
hits.
fit. Or their motorcycle windshield's too tall.
Exactly.
Absolutely. And that's where the difference is at Weller. So we try to talk to you about your needs. We try to get you the right trailer for the right price. So, we've never met a deal that we couldn't beat. We're as competitive as anybody. We buy twice as many, 3 times as many as anybody. So we've got the buying power. We've got the inventory. All we need is the opportunity.
Sure.
The opportunity to earn your business. Now, I did see on Facebook yesterday, I had somebody evidently bought a trailer, and they complained that we didn't give them anything for free with the trailer. They felt I spent $1,000. I was entitled to something for free. I have to address that, to be honest with you. If you buy something from me, you're going to get what you bought.
Sure.
But I'm not going to give you what you bought and something free. I eat out every single day of the week, and every meal I get never comes with free dessert. Never comes with a free drink. So I can't say I bought a $7.95 cheesesteak and I'm entitled to a free glass of iced tea. It don't happen. So
People
I
are
just
in
want
business to stay in business.
We're in business to stay in business. And I would say to the customer that wants something for free, how much do you give me for free? Nothing. So we are fair, we are honest, we're going to take good care of you, but are we going to give away things for free just because you want something for free? I am sorry, I have to hit that one head on. People are amazing on Facebook. They just write things and never think they're even talking about a human being, and they never realize how silly they sound when they write something.
Sure.
So want to let you know we're here. We want to sell you a trailer, going to give you a good deal, going to give you great service. But after you buy the trailer, you're going to get the trailer, but there's no free gifts. It's not Christmas 365 days a year at Weller's, okay? Oh, enough said on that. Probably causes somebody's dander to get up because everybody wants something free, so do I. But I do. I truly eat out every day of the week, and I have yet to have somebody say, your cheesesteak qualifies you for a free soda. So, and if Dave or Jeannie Morgan are listening, I'm not eating out that much. But I want to jump back to them for just a minute because I have people ask me all the time, you really get wrapped? Yes, a wrap. It's like this thing. I put it on my stomach, and it kind of tightens me and tones me and detoxifies me. And people say, oh, I don't believe it. It's just a fake. Well, let me just say this from me to you all. When I have that thing on, and for an hour or so after, my stomach and bowels are just a gurgling, okay? In other words, it's causing something to happen. So anyway, I believe in it. It has caused my stomach to tighten up and shrink, and now we're starting to work out, so it's going to even kick into a higher gear. I take them Fat Fighters every time I eat a meal. I'm kind of sold on their products. So give Jeannie a call or Dave, 422-8315, and say, hey, educate me on what Jim's talking about because I have a hard time believing this dude is really toning and losing in weight. And so on, the way he talks about how he eats. But anyway, that's the truth, folks. 422-8315. And if she already hasn't had 5 callers, you give her a call, and she'll give you a wrap for free. She'll wrap you for free. Anyway, Brooks, what is next? I want to talk about George Luff for just a minute. I met with him the other day, going through all this health care stuff, buying new health care for the business, and there's a lot of legalities now, even for businesses. So if you have accounting questions and you want to know what you can deduct and can't deduct and so on and so forth, because I did not realize that all of this new health care is governed by the IRS.
Really?
Yeah, it's all run by the IRS. It's all got to do with tax credits towards your tax return and so on and so forth. I had no idea. I thought it was like a healthcare thing. It's an IRS thing.
Wow.
So anyway, if you have accounting questions, if you need your payroll done, if you have a business and you've downsized or upsized and you just need some accounting advice, help, or with help with payroll, my daughter is really glad to do her payroll. Call him, George Luff, Luff & Associates, 422-9699. On the web, it's Luff, Luff, CPAs.com, LuffCPAs.com. What is next? What is next is I'll just hit L&W Insurance. I kind of like them, too. They take care of me on auto and home and health and life and just about every kind of insurance. And as crazy as it sounds, I probably talk to my insurance agent once a week.
Wow.
Yeah. Because every time I got a new business idea,
you want to make sure you're covered to be able to do it.
I want to make sure I'm covered to be able to do it. If I want to buy and sell this or buy and sell that, or I bought another piece of property recently and I had to insure that. So if you need insurance, insurance advice, insurance info, give them a call, 856-7828. You're listening, you say, Jim, I'm already fully insured from the top of my head to the bottom of my feet. Well, how do you know you're getting a good deal?
Sure.
More important than a good deal, how do you know you're properly insured?
Absolutely.
Everybody I know that buys insurance, guess how they buy it?
By the minimums.
By the prices. And then they're mad because all they have is the minimums.
Yeah.
You know, you need to weigh it out both ways. So anyway, their number is 856-7828, 856-7828. That is L&W Insurance Agency in Dover. Brooks, what else is on your mind? What do you want to tell the whole wide world?
I want to encourage people to come on down here to the Red Barn, because I want them to buy this stuff up. I am not looking forward to having to help
box
move
the
it
stuff
out.
up, right.
So please help me out by coming down here and buying some stuff.
Yeah. Now we have shelves. In other words, people can buy the shelves. I see glass display cases. I see this old Maytag antique-looking washing machine, an antique trunk. I see mailboxes. I see flags. Do we still have any of the comfy jeans? Yeah. We still have some of them comfy jeans. We could get Brooks to model them.
I try to squeeze in.
We'd have to get you up on one of them step ladders and say, jump.
I feel bad for the people that are holding the jeans.
Yeah. Anyway, like that luggage. There's 3 pieces of luggage, brand spanking new, okay? $25 for all 3 pieces. Then what is it? Is that 20% off? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what's that? $20. $20 for 3 pieces of luggage, not $20 each.
That is
20.
That is a great deal.
Right, and here's what we're running into. We've had people come in yesterday. Someone will buy this, and I'm going to go down to Bargain Bills and rent a table and sell stuff. I'm going to have a yard sale. I'm going to go up to Spence's and sell stuff, and that's fine with me. It's just got to go. We got to empty this building. It's all got to go. People asked me the other day about the train. The train's staying, okay? So the train is staying. But we've got all kinds of stuff. I see some old antique lanterns over there, and I see, these lights. They're used. It's 4 foot long, and they have 4 light bulbs with them, and they even have a cover on them. And they're the kind, you put them in your workshop or something like that. Are they $37.50?
Yes.
And then you get 30% off of that. So that's a really good deal. We even have some signs. Do we still have like a stop sign and a yield sign? So we have all of that stuff, in other words. And we have all kinds of neat stuff here. So if you've never been to Weller's Red Barn, there's a day bed. You can only sleep in it during the day. In other words, I see these Craftsman toolboxes. Hey, what about them things back there? Are they called subwoofers and amps and stuff like that? In other words, we have them. We have installation kits for stereo systems in your car.
Speaker boxes.
Speaker boxes, that's right. What do you got, like 6 or 8 of them things in your van?
Sure, we'll load it up.
Brooks is styling when he's going down the road. I love them cars. You can hear them coming before they come.
Oh, yeah.
So, hey, did I mention these whoopie pies yet?
You started to, and I interrupted you.
All right, we bought some whoopie pies up in Lancaster on Monday. It's time for them things to go away. So here's the deal. They're at Weller's in Bridgeville, and they're free. So if you want a whoopie pie, get on in there today. They're open till 1 o'clock, and say, give me a whoopie pie, please.
Get there before I get there. I'm going for them.
Oh, gosh, Brooks. Please. Anyway, it's not eligible for employees.
Oh,
you know
man.
that. Anyway, the other thing is my travel trailer. I mentioned it yesterday, and it's at Bridgeville. It's at Weller's in Bridgeville, but this is a like new, one owner. I bought it new. It spent half of its life inside of a building, out of the sun and the weather and the elements. So it is a one owner. It's super clean, non-smoked in, not been smoked in. It's a 2008. It's a brand called Forest River Flagstaff. It has the real smooth exterior with a gel coat. I think it's called FRP type material. It has an awning. It has duct air conditioner, not just the air conditioner, but it's all duct all through it. It also has heat. It sleeps like 9 people. This is a 33-foot classic, super light. It has the aluminum walls and metal in the walls. It's aluminum, so it's real light. It has Dolby surround sound. It's loaded. It's loaded. It was $31,000 new. I had it on sale for $18,975. Was pretty firm on that, and I've decided, you know what, my wife now wants to go camping, so I want to get rid of this thing so I can go home and say, honey, I've sold that camper. I'm sorry, it's gone. Anyway, $16,750 between now and we'll say Monday. End of the month. Is Monday the end of the month?
Monday is the
end of the month. All right. So now, from now to Monday, if you want that camper, get on in there and look at it. $16,750. If not, I'm going to be forced to go camping. So, folks, take a look at that. That's at Weller's in Bridgeville. Brooks, you got anything else on your mind?
Just come on down to Bridgeville. We'll be there from 9 till 1. We got plenty of trailers for you to look at and for you to purchase, and we'll get you in and out as quick as we can.
We don't have 1,000 of them out there, do we?
I don't think we have 1,000, but we probably have pretty close to it.
Yeah, pretty close to it. And we got them coming in every single day of the week. Hey, did we sell that self-propelled treadmill yet? Anyway, I've got a self-propelled treadmill that was $50, and now it's $35 for a self-propelled treadmill. You can't get them just anywhere. That's kind of like Armstrong steering, in other words. So another thing we have that's kind of neat is they're really in excellent condition. It's a pair of bar stools with backs. They're like chairs, but they're taller off the floor than normal, and they were $47.50 for both of them. And now they're $33.25 for both of them. But the biggest bang for the buck is the luggage, 3 pieces of luggage for $20, and it's brand new. The Adirondack chairs, they're made out of a composite material, and they're folding. They're much better for storage, and if you need to transport them. I got an ad right here from Lowe's where they're $428, at least on Lowe's website they are, per chair. This is a composite material, all stainless steel hardware, and we've got them, after all discounts, $117.60 a piece. Like I say, lady bought 6 of them yesterday. So if you want to buy them and resell them, I don't care. They're brand new, $117.60. Then I have benches, like maybe, I don't know if it's 4 foot or 5 foot long, but it's a bench made out of the composite material. And I've got them, after all discounts, $149.60. So it's kind of crazy, some of the deals that are legitimately here. Again, we have generators. We have a Champion generator, same brand that Gander Mountain sells, and Tractor Supply and Sears and so on, Amazon.com. It's a 9,375 watt electric start generator. I don't know how much it is. Daggone it. Does anybody know? I don't know. Well, anyway, I'm going to just make up a number, and that'll be the number. It's $800 on sale. $800 for a 9,000, and that's whether it is or isn't, whether I'm right or wrong. I'll just do it. $800.
That's a great
deal.
Yeah,
because I think we were selling them, a while back for like $1,197.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a 9,375 watt generator for $800 at Weller's Red Barn. I believe we only have 2 of them. So they're kind of use snooze, use lose specials, but we have lost our lease. We own the company that was leasing it to us. But anyway, we've got this building rented to somebody else, and we need to empty it. And, folks, there are thousands and thousands of items in here. 30% off anything that's used, 20% off anything that's new. A lot of the prices I just quoted were after all discounts, so it's not those prices minus a discount. So you're listening to Weller Does Delmarva, and we want to thank you for doing that. I want to thank Fran for getting everything straight back at the studio. We are live here at Weller's Red Barn. I had mentioned earlier, if you stop in and ask for one, we'll give you absolutely for free a 4-foot-tall, frosted, lighted little Christmas tree in the box. So anyway, no charge for that, no purchase necessary. Today, we're here at Weller's Red Barn till 2 o'clock. We have a website that's called wellersredbarn.com. Also, you can look us up on Facebook. It's Weller's Red Barn on Facebook. So we are here today till 2 o'clock. There is a phone number. People say, is there a phone number? 422-7336. We don't hold anything. That's the first thing people ask is, will you hold it? We don't hold anything except your cash when you're here. So anyway, 422-7336 is the number. Then over to Weller's in Bridgeville. They're open today at 9 o'clock, 9 to 1. Brooks Ritter will personally be there. He would like to meet you, greet you, give you a whoopie pie, and sell you a trailer. So anyway, stop and see Brooks. He's here right now. He won't be there till 9:30. But if you go there now, they're open. Jason, Jimmy, they'll take good care of you. But we've got trailers, we've got sheds, we've got carports, we've got just a little bit of everything. But Weller's Red Barn is closing. Now, when are we open again? Monday. We're open Monday.
Yeah.
Right here, 9 to 5, Monday, and then next Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so folks, if you miss it today, but the problem is every day there's less stuff to look at. Right. We're packing it up as fast as we're selling it. So it's going out the building 2 different ways. We just need to empty this building as soon as possible. So 422-7336, if you have any questions at all about Weller's Red Barn, there are no trailers here for sale, so it's just everything that's in the building, okay? Weller's Utility Trailers in Bridgeville is 337-8228. The man you need to talk to is Brooks Ritter. And, I want to throw a big invite to anybody that might be looking for a church to attend. I go to Eagle's Nest down in Milton, and we have services on Sunday morning at 9:30, and we're a very kid-friendly church. So if you are listening and, you're like, I got kids, I got toddlers, I got everything. How do I go to church without my kids screaming and hollering? We have a great kid department, too. So you're welcome tomorrow morning at Eagle's Nest. Thank you for listening. Thank you, Fran. Everybody have a good, safe weekend. You've been listening to Weller Does Delmarva, and please like us on Facebook at Weller Does Delmarva. God bless you. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.
The preceding program was a paid commercial presentation. Local news first on Delaware 105.9.